Welcome to NG Wheels. The 2026 Yamaha TW200 arrives as one of those rare machines that refuse to let time change what already works. In a world where motorcycles keep getting taller, heavier, sharper, and overloaded with screens and sensors, the TW200 continues quietly existing in its own category. It is a bike that asks for very little and gives back far more than anyone expects. For decades, it has earned its reputation as the simple, rugged, go-anywhere trail companion, and in 2026, Yamaha chooses once again to preserve its identity while refining the details that matter. This latest version feels familiar, almost nostalgically so, yet every inch of it reminds you why the TW200 has become beloved across generations of riders. The heart of the 2026 TW200 remains its air-cooled 196cc single-cylinder engine, a powerplant that doesn't need bragging rights to prove its worth. It isn't designed for top-speed runs, nor is it built to dominate horsepower charts. Instead, it is engineered for accessibility, durability, and consistency. The low revving thump of the motor feels reliable in a way most modern high-strung engines do not. It starts easily, warms quickly, and pulls smoothly through its torque band. When riders crack open the throttle on dirt, asphalt, gravel, or sand, the engine responds with predictable and forgiving character. The focus here is control, not chaos. Beginners appreciate its gentleness while experienced riders admire its unbreakable personality. Yamaha improves the fuel injection mapping for 2026, smoothing cold starts and sharpening throttle feel on steep climbs or technical sections. The gearbox retains its 5 speeds, chosen because the TW200's torque arrives early and stays flat. With its low first gear for crawling and a tall enough fifth for relaxed cruising, the transmission continues to be the ideal match for the engine's temperament. The simplicity invites riders to explore without overthinking. Whether the terrain changes or the weather turns unpredictable, the TW200's power delivery never feels demanding. It feels welcoming. What truly sets the TW200 apart has always been its tires: fat, wide, beach ball-style rubber front and rear. In 2026, these iconic tires return unchanged because they do exactly what they're supposed to do. They create confidence. On sand, they glide. On mud, they dig. On loose stones, they stay planted. On pavement, they feel surprisingly stable for their size. These big tires act as the bike's signature feature, turning every trail into a playground. For riders who venture into remote areas, they offer peace of mind that few motorcycles can replicate. When the ground gets messy or unpredictable, the TW200 stays steady. Suspension remains deliberately simple. A traditional front fork and a single rear shock tuned for comfort rather than aggressive performance. Yamaha enhances the damping slightly for 2026 to reduce bottoming on harsh hits and improve stability on washboard surfaces. Even so, the ride stays soft and welcoming. This is not a competition bike, and it doesn't pretend to be one. Instead, it is meant to keep newcomers relaxed and experienced riders enjoying long, easy days on the trail. The low 31-inch seat height continues to be one of the TW200's greatest advantages. Flat foot confidence matters, and in tight, technical conditions, that ease of control transforms the whole riding experience. The ergonomics maintain the same upright, neutral posture that TW riders have always loved. The handlebars sit wide and comfortable, offering leverage for tight, slow maneuvers. The mid-mounted foot pegs strike the right balance between seated comfort and standing stability. The bike's slim midsection makes it approachable for riders of all sizes. Yamaha slightly reshaped the seat foam for 2026 to extend comfort during long off-road days while keeping the narrow profile that makes the TW200 feel so manageable when weaving through forest paths or rocky ridgelines. The 2026 update brings small but meaningful refinements to the chassis. The frame receives mild reinforcement around stress points, improving longevity without adding unnecessary weight. The braking system remains simple: a front disc and a rear drum, chosen not for flashiness but for dependability in all conditions. Many riders celebrate the drum brake for its resilience in mud or water crossings. Yamaha improves the front caliper for 2026 to offer a more progressive feel, especially on steep descents. ABS is intentionally left out, keeping the TW200 faithful to its raw, mechanical identity. Electronics stay minimal. There is no traction control, no riding modes, and no complicated interface to learn. What the 2026 model does receive is a modernized digital display, brighter and more readable in sunlight while still maintaining a retro charm. LED lighting adds another welcome update, improving nighttime visibility without drawing excessive power from the stator. These upgrades feel thoughtful rather than intrusive, modern convenience without compromising simplicity. Where the TW200 truly shines is its versatility. It is the bike that many people call their camping partner, trail buddy, or backyard explorer. Whether used for daily commuting, hunting trips, beach riding, mountain exploring, or simply wandering through forgotten rural trails, the TW200 lives for adventure at a relaxed pace. It's the motorcycle version of a reliable hiking boot, never flashy but always ready. Even riders who own multiple high-performance machines often keep a TW around because nothing else offers the same blend of ease and freedom. In 2026, Yamaha introduces subtle aesthetic changes, new color options, more durable plastics, and a rugged matte finish on key components to resist scratches. The overall silhouette, however, stays classic. The TW200's charm lies in its timeless appearance. It looks like a machine built for adventure, not for trends. The rectangular headlight, wide tires, and compact frame give it a look that instantly communicates purpose. Fuel efficiency remains one of the TW200's strongest advantages. The updated fuel injection system helps stretch mileage even further, allowing long rides through remote areas without requiring constant refueling. For riders who rely on the TW200 for rural transport, farm work, or outdoor exploration, this reliability is invaluable. The engine's low maintenance requirements also remain intact. Oil changes are simple, valves are easy to access, and the bike's rugged construction withstands years of rough use. On the trail, the 2026 TW200 feels like a trusted companion. It doesn't try to challenge you, it encourages you. Its power is enough to climb hills with ease but not enough to intimidate. Its steering is predictable, making tight switchbacks enjoyable rather than stressful. Its suspension floats gently over roots, bumps, and uneven surfaces. When you arrive at a scenic overlook, the bike invites you to take your time. When you roll through soft sand, the wide tires keep you floating effortlessly. And when you ride through small towns or backroads, the TW200 draws smiles from people who appreciate its approachable nature. The TW200's longevity in the market is proof that motorcycles don't need complexity to create joy. What they need is character, practicality, and trustworthiness. The 2026 model embodies all three. It delivers adventure without pressure, challenge without danger, and exploration without expense. Riders often say that once you own a TW200, you never really get rid of it. It becomes part of your lifestyle, a machine that waits patiently in the garage, ready to take you wherever curiosity leads. In a motorcycle world rushing toward bigger engines, heavier bodies, and digital ecosystems, the TW200 stands proudly unchanged in spirit. It represents a simpler time, yet it fits perfectly into modern life. The 2026 version doesn't reinvent the TW200. It preserves it. And by doing so, Yamaha gives riders exactly what they want: a dependable, fun, lightweight adventure machine that feels like freedom on two wheels.